And on this video we are learning chord inversions in the key of G. So if this is the first time learning about chord inversions, they are basically, chord inversions basically is more than one way of playing a note instead of just using your root notes. Now we have what we call chord inversions. You have one inversion, we have two inversions which you can use when you are playing your song. So first thing first, we're gonna look into that using obviously we are in the key of G, right? So we're gonna be within that scale. So we're gonna look into that, look at the chord inversions from 1 up to 7, and then the next thing we will demonstrate on how you get to use that within a song, right? Make sure first thing first that you already learned the foundation of this key that we're in, G. So make sure that you know the scale from 1 up to 7 with both hands, right? And also make sure that you know the root note of this key as well, right? Or the chord triads from 1 up to 7. Okay, let's not waste time. Let's get started. Now we're gonna be focusing more on our right hand. Our left hand is still doing the same, still from 1 up to 7. But then now this is your 1, and we're gonna learn the first inversion of this chord, right? And this is gonna be your first inversion. Remember, this is your root chord, this is your first inversion, and this is your second inversion. Okay, let's move along. This is your 2, this is your root note of 2, this is your first inversion, and this is your second inversion. Let's look at that again. Root chord of 2 in the key of G, first inversion, second inversion. Let's move to 3. Root chord of 3, first inversion of 3, second inversion of 3. Let's move to 4. We are making some good progress, right? Root chord of 4, first inversion, second inversion. And look, when you're learning this, take your time. There's no pressure. There's no one who's holding a gun at your head right now, so there's no pressure. Make sure that if you wanna learn the chord inversion from 1 up to 3 first, do that, take your time, and then once you've learned that, now you can move on to other chords from 4 to 7. So take your time. We're not learning to forget here, we're learning to know. So let's move along. Going to 5. Root chord of 5, first inversion, second inversion. Let's do that again. Root chord of 5, first inversion, second inversion. Let's look at 6. Root chord of 6, first inversion of 6, second inversion of 6. Let's look at the last one. 7. Root chord of 7, first inversion of 7, second inversion of 7. I know sometimes when I'm playing 7, it sounds offish because it's a diminished chord, right? So these are your inversions, and then let's just do them again for the last time. And this time I'm not gonna be that slow, so that we don't make this video longer. So 1, root chord, first inversion, The last one, 7. So these are your chords inversions from 1 up to 7 within the key of G. I hope this helps you. So one of the reasons why I was doing this and without saying anything, I want you to get used to how it sounds for each note. When you're on one, know the sound of the first inversion of one. Even when someone is playing the second inversion of one or maybe of 4, if you are used to the sound, you are able to tell that no, you're not usually not on your root chord of 4. Usually on your actually on your your second inversion of 4. So when you are familiar with how the chords inversion sounds, it does help. Now let's demonstrate using a song. We're gonna use the song of Yeshua, right? And then we'll demonstrate this. So first we'll play the song using the root chords. Second, we'll play the song using only the first inversions, and then lastly we'll play the song using only the second inversions. We will still be within the song progression, so we're not coming out of the song progression, we're still within, right? So sorry, okay. Yeshua. Now let's use the first inversions. Yeshua. Let's use the first inversions again, playing the song. Yeshua. Okay, now using the second inversions of the keys. Yeshua. And you can play them here. Yeshua. We're still on the second inversions. Now let's mix the inversions and the root chords. Yeshua. I'm on the root chord form. Then I'm going to the second inversion. So this is how you use chord inversions. There are no rules. You can, start off using the root chords. You can mix them, or whatever sounds right to you, but it needs to sound right as long as you are still within that, song progression, whatever song that you are playing. And it's also going to depend if you are taking instructions from the MD. If your MD is strict and say, okay, it's fine, this song strictly we are using root chords, or maybe root chords first, secondly then second. It depends, right? But when you're playing alone, there are no rules as long as it sounds right to you, right? But you see that it adds that it sounds more nicer now than just playing the same song maybe for 3 minutes, for 4 minutes, using the same root chords. It can be boring, but when you're adding. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something.